It's been a few days since the release of Peacemaker's season finale, and with the conclusion of that season, we now have 3 projects to compare: the start of the MCU, the start of the DCU, and start of the DCEU. So let's talk about it. And let's get this out of the way. Iron Man is the best first project. Creature Commandos is a good show, but it's nothing spectacular. Man of Steel is an interesting watch and has great action, but it doesn't focus on Superman as a character, and the story doesn't really nail a lot of the things that it's trying to do. Iron Man, on the other hand, is a quintessential origin story. We see him before he gets his powers in tech, afterwards, the incident that leads up to it, everything in terms of the development of that technology, how the people around him are reacting to it. It touches on all the things you would expect a comic book origin story to do. In terms of secondary entries, this is an easy win for Superman 2025. Batman vs. Superman has bad stories, bad characters. While the action looks good, if the story and characters don't support that, it doesn't even really matter. Meanwhile, The Incredible Hulk is just an okay movie. It's not the best movie, it's not the worst movie. It lands perfectly in the middle. Superman 2025, however, was a great story. It had good characters. It had great action. There's aspects of the storytelling that aren't as good in comparison to other movies, but it's still a really good job in setting the tone for what we've come to expect from the DCU. And in terms of third entries, this is an easy win for Peacemaker. Suicide Squad only really has 2 things going for it: good casting in a few roles, and good music, even though the music doesn't fit the story. And when you think about all the other aspects of the storytelling process, the Suicide Squad is a complete failure. Iron Man 2 is a disappointing movie that doesn't hit the same highs as Iron Man 1. It spends more time world building than it does focusing in on Tony Stark as a character. There's enough there to latch onto, but it could have easily been a lot better. Meanwhile, Peacemaker as a series only really disappointed in the fact that some of the threads that it set up weren't really developed or followed through with as much as we would expect. Them going to Earth X, we felt like could have been a season finale on the same level of what happened with the Butterflies in season 1, or a confrontation with Argus. Instead, the Earth X stuff is kind of put to the side, and Argus doesn't really come into play until the very end of the series. So with that in mind, I would say the DCU is still off to a much better pace and start than the MCU was, and definitely than that of the DCEU. But what do you think?
1A! 1A!